scholars, we are going to continue on with day 4 of narrative writing. We have been doing such an awesome job with all your amazing stories. Just a quick little review. We first focused on writing about things that we can love. So we talked about people that we love, places that we love, and then yesterday, you wrote about things that you love. So remember, when we're doing narrative writing, we want to focus on 5 W's. We're going to focus on the who, the where, the what, and then to challenge ourselves a little bit more as a writer, we're going to look at the why and the how, okay? So friends, let's get started on our writing today, and I'm going to show you our PowerPoint presentation for our topic for today. Okay, sorry, my computer's a little slow, but let's go ahead and start off with our slideshow, okay? All right, so remember, scholars, stories are everywhere. You have lots and lots of things that you can always write about because stories are everywhere that you can go, okay? They're all around you. They're at your house. They are places that you visit, but remember, stories are everywhere. So when you write stories, they can be about stories that you love. And then today, we're going to focus on something new. We're going to focus on things that you can do. So scholars, I know a lot of you can do a lot of really amazing things, but let's go through a little topic list here of some ideas about things that kindergartners can do. So you can ride a bike, and if you can't ride a bike, then maybe you can ride a scooter or a skateboard. You can go camping. You can maybe know how to fish. Maybe you know how to swim. Maybe you can read a book. I know everybody in my class is an awesome reader. Maybe you know how to paint. A lot of amazing artists in Mrs. Chin's class. Maybe you know how to fly a kite. You can whistle. You can tie your shoes. And this, scholars, is an important skill to learn before you get ready for first grade, okay? So tie those shoes if you don't know how. You know how to jump rope. You can fix something, and you can play a sport. So these are some examples of some different sports that you know how to play. Okay, scholars, so I'm going to end our slideshow here, but I want you to think about things that you can do. Think about it, and I don't want you to tell me quite yet. I want you to save that idea for when you do your writing today, okay? So we're going to go on to the next slide. And I want this one right here, but it's loading kind of slow. Oops. Hopefully it'll go again to where we want it to go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so scholars, I was thinking about what I can do. And oops, too big of Mrs. Chin. Okay, so I was thinking of things that I can do, and one thing that I can do that I'm proud of is that I can cook. I love to cook. I love to find new recipes online or just from my friends or from my family, and I just love to cook all different types of food. So I couldn't find a picture of me actually cooking, but I found a picture online of one of my favorite cartoon characters, and his name is Mo Lang, and it looks like he's doing a little cooking here too. So I put him here for my illustration today, okay? Now here we have our sentence frame, and so we're going to go over our sentence frames to kind of help guide your writing. But do you have to write like Mrs. Chin? No. Remember, you are your own writer. You have your own thoughts and ideas, so you don't have to use my words. These are just a little bit of a help or guidance to help you get started, okay? So it says, I can, So this sentence is the first one, the first W, which is who. Okay, so that's telling what you can do. The second sentence is I can in the So this is where you're telling me what you can do and where you can do it. The second W, okay? Now the third sentence here says I can Now this is what you can do. So you want to tell me in a little bit more detail about what you can do. Like, for example, if mine is I can cook, well, I want to tell you what I can cook. Like, I can cook spaghetti, I can cook lasagna, I can cook steak, I can make dumplings, I can make soup. So I want to tell you specifically with details about what I can do, okay? Now, our fourth sentence is the why. So this is where you're going to challenge yourself to write a little bit more. And it says, I love to, because. And this is, remember, when we use the because word, that is where we are providing a reason why, okay? And then our last sentence for our 5 W's is the how. The how do you feel? So I feel, and then I'm going to give you a feeling word about what I can do, and then about what I can do, okay? So I feel when I okay? So scholars, let's go ahead and fill my writing up together. I'm going to write in purple today. So the first W we're going to talk about is who. So Mrs. Chin can, what can I do? Cook. Perfect. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to write I can cook. Oh no, it's not in purple. So I'm going to change it to purple. Oh, highlight it. Sorry, friends. You know what? I'm going to change it and put it in red so it's better for you to see. Okay? So first sentence is I can cook. Okay? Second W is where. So where would I do all my cooking? In the bathroom? No, that's too silly. In the swimming pool? No, too silly again. Where would I do all the cooking? What did you say? In the kitchen. That's correct. So I'm going to tell you what can I do. I can cook in the kitchen. And let's make that red so that you know that it's Mrs. Chin's idea. Okay, so I can cook in the kitchen. And that's the end of my sentence, so I need to put a period, okay? All right, scholars. So let's go back and add a period. All right, so now my third sentence is I'm going to tell you what in more detail. What can I cook, right? So now that we've been staying at home, my kids have been wanting to help me cook a lot, and it's been fun cooking together as a family. And so a couple of things that we made last week was like we baked banana bread, we made Dole Whip ice cream, but the most fun my kids had last week was learned how to make dumplings. So I know how to cook, or I know how to cook and make. I'm going to say cook and make dumplings. And I'm going to give you a little more detail about that. I learned how to cook and make dumplings from my mommy. So my mommy taught me, and now this is something that I'm going to teach my kids, and hopefully my kids will teach their kids. So it's something that we're passing along to each other as a family, so it's become like a tradition. All right, now, so we have our the who, I can cook, the where, I can cook in the kitchen, the what, I can cook and make dumplings, and now I'm going to go on to W number 4, which is the why. And so I love to cook because I would love this part to be red too. It makes my family happy. Okay, so that is the why. Why do I like to cook? Because it makes my family happy when they eat my food and they feel like it tastes well and their tummies are full. Okay, so our last sentence, scholars, is we're going to tell how. How do you feel when you do the activity that you can do? So I'm going to again get my red pen ready to type. So I feel so happy, just to give a little bit more detail, when I cook, and I'm going to add a little bit more, for my family and friends. Not only do I like to cook for my family, but I love to have my friends come over and have dinner or lunch with us. So that is another reason why I also love to cook. Okay, so if we're going back to check Mrs. Chin's writing, I have my who, I have my where, I have my what, I have my why, and then I have my how. All right, scholars, so remember, as a writer and an author, it is also very important to be an illustrator, and it's very important that your pictures match your words. So go ahead and in your writing notebook that I sent home this week, go ahead and write your story or narrative about something that you can do. I can't wait to read all your amazing stories. Make sure to take a picture of it and post it to Seesaw so I can read what you wrote today. All right, friends? Thanks a lot for listening, and let's get started.